my two favorite things about Vassar now that I think about it is the first one is I spend a lot of time in the library at night to study, and I would always leave, and there always going to be somebody to talk to about whatever I wanted to talk about. So I would never get bored because there's always somebody around you. And the second thing that I think is incredible after going to grad school and so forth is that we always had these classes at professors' houses, and you got to know them really well, and I'm still friends with many of them even today, 35 years after I graduated.
The people, Shaquila J, obviously, right? The people.
This is one of my first friends.
Yes.
But favorite thing, Alana Center.
Absolutely. The Alana Center was amazing. It still is. And it's a big part of the reason why we still support the college.
Favorite thing when I was at Vassar were some of my professors. We were just talking about Carl Degler, American history professor. He was fabulous. We read sources and wrote history from sources, not secondary sources, first-hand sources.
My favorite part of Vassar was Davy House Team. I did it my sophomore year and I was a student fellow. It was the best experience and I made all of my best friends that year.
So I live in Brooklyn, New York, so I actually come to campus. So my last time was 2 years ago and I took a tour around the campus and it was beautiful. That's why I fell in love with the campus. When I was a high school student in Brooklyn, New York, my guidance counselor said, you need to look at Vassar. Vassar, you need, and then I came up here and I fell in love, and I've been to every single reunion.
Truly, my favorite part of growing up in New York City is that I could get home to New York City. You know, it made a big difference to me. And Vassar's, an hour and a half away? So that was one of the reasons I wanted to come here. But the real reason is that I read a brochure. I went to Riverdale Country School in the Bronx. And I read this brochure, and it was the most beautiful pictures. And I told my guidance counselor I wanted to go to Vassar, and he said to me, "You're going to be a bull in a china shop." And I said, "Okay."
So my favorite thing about Vassar, after coming back after 35 years, is that I could literally pick up right where I left off, and you forge friendships that will be with you forever, and you randomly bump into people, and you have the Vassar connection, and it's an immediate conversation piece. So the beauty of the campus, the friendships, and the smallness of it really made me who I am today.
We started the visit today to Vassar by stopping at the Roosevelt home, which brings to mind the fact that Eleanor came here when I was in school, and I can remember her coming into the chapel and talking to us. And then my senior year was an English major, and when Robert Frost came, we had a session in our English department chair's home.